Alrighty, welcome to Keep On Mining. This is an incremental mining game. Hold on, we'll just do /game, keep on mining. We're back on the dwarf gameplay, and the mission is simple. Once the mining session starts, hover a rock to mine them. A circle will follow your cursor. This is the mining area. Rocks inside the mining area will spawn pickaxes that mine for you. So this is a very popular type of game, incremental game, that's been popping up over the last number of months. You get a set amount of time to, for instance, mine something or collect something or smash something or do something. You run out of time, and then you use the resources you get from that to upgrade, so that then maybe you get more time, maybe you get more power, maybe you get more something. I need to move my camera a little bit because I'm hovering over the XP here. You'll receive ore from mining rocks. There are 3 types of rocks that can spawn: normal rocks, chunk rocks, and full material. Normal rocks will always drop 1 gold ore, chunk will drop 3, material will drop 7. Ores will automatically be crafted into bars. It takes 3 ores to craft the bar. If you have 1 or 2 extra ore left over, you will craft 1 extra bar. Cool. So, we have 6 bars crafted, and that's the whole point of the game. Would you rather get burned alive or drown? I think probably burned alive. I'm very scared of open bodies of water, so I feel like drowning would be pretty rough. Can we get I like a custom option. More rocks spawn at the beginning of a mining session. So let's get that. That upgrades that. Increase all pickaxe stats. We have more rocks spawn at the beginning of a mining session as well. Another one. And then more gold rocks as well. We're not going to be able to do anything right now though, so let's hover over. Okay, oh, hold on, let's get the full material ones here. Boom. Just focus on getting as many gold bars as we can. So focus on the ones that have either high densities or full materials. 33. It's not a bad amount of rocks here. Let's upgrade again. You can already see the whole plot of this game, and you can probably tell how much I absolutely love it. You know what? I'm gonna put all my points into that right now. I know that I should realistically get another part of the skill tree so that we can get more potential different unlocks, but realistically I'm liking what I'm seeing right now. It's only 2 though. We did level up as well, and if there's perks, I'm gonna go crazy. If there's perks, I'm gonna go crazy. This game actually has a vaguely strange story to it, in that I heard about it. I was disappointed to see that it wasn't available on Steam, and it's been in some kind of review hell situation with all the adult content being removed from Steam. It's been locked in an approval state for almost a month at this point. So it's been it was supposed to release weeks ago, but it hasn't had a chance to. I was I wonder if I should email the dev, because I really want to try it anyway. And then I checked my email. Guess what was waiting for me? Code and all in my email inbox. Anyway, level up and talent cards. Every mined rock will provide you with XP. You'll receive 1 talent point when leveling up. You can spend your talent points to reveal the talent cards. You can choose 1 out of 3 talent cards. They'll provide you with cool and permanent buffs. Once it's chosen, it will increase. This increases the rock durability by 2. You can also hover over the talent level tree to see current rock durability. So, let's have a look here. At the beginning of a mining session, you drink 1 out of 4 possible potions. It contains a buff that lasts the entire mining session. 2 to 17 flowers appear. Each provides a 1.5% XP increase. Every second, the mining area has an 8% chance of increasing in size by 40%. I think, if I'm right in saying this, generally speaking, you always early on want to go for something that increases your XP rates. That, for me, tends to be how you play the game. I don't know if that's true or not. I have no idea in this case, but I do thoroughly enjoy going for literally anything that makes my XP slightly higher. So you can't really go wrong. Granted, it is random how many flowers spawn, so there's no guarantee that we get a lot out of it, but at the same time, we found an artifact, a sack of gold. Now, what does that artifact do for us? Here you can craft new pickaxes. Each pickaxe needs a specific type of material to be crafted. It'll have different pickaxe stats. The pickaxe stats can also be upgraded, increased via the skill tree upgrades. So, this is our mine time, our mining power, our 2 times power chance in our mining area. Next one's going to cost 65. And then it goes all the way up to unknown. I think that might be a supporter skin though that you can buy on the, because I saw it on the Steam store. Artifacts have a small chance to be attached to a rock. It will provide you with a passive buff. Every 25 mined ore will be worth double. Interesting. Okay. Let's spread out a little bit here. Increase the value of every mined ore. That could be really nice, but it is expensive. It's 100 ore, which is a little bit. It's not cheap, put it that way. Now, let's just keep on. Let's mine 4 here, 3 here. There we go. That'll do. And then let's upgrade again. XP increase from mined rocks is 12. XP is pretty goated. Increases the mining session by a second as well. And then XP increase from mined rocks increase. Okay, right. So every pickaxe it has a chance to spawn a pickaxe and mine a random rock. But it costs 50 of an unknown material that we haven't gotten yet. Interesting. Okay. Are you unlocking Among Us skins? Yeah, you could say that, yeah. Is Among Us still alive? Just out of curiosity. I would like to assume that for the majority of people at home watching, it's not a game that holds any credence in their life. You know what? I'm actually going to run it back. Oh, there's an artifact there. Lovely. I never got into Among Us at any point. I know that a lot of people did, and to be fair, like, even though I wasn't into it, I can respect what it did. Like, I think it kind of, like, popped off, like, around lock time-ish, right? So, like, I guess for, like, a lot of people, that was kind of the way that they interacted with other people in some time. You know, it's like an excuse to get online and play a game. 10 more rocks spawn at the beginning of a mining session. That's big. I like that. Mm-hmm. To be fair, I wonder here. Maybe we should. That's going to cost 100 though. It's a little bit expensive. I think you go for more rocks. Dare I say it? Okay, there's a lot of rocks that have spawned now, and another artifact, which is incredible work. Okay, so let's do that. Let's mine this. Let's get these 4 here, and then we'll try and get this set of 5 if we can. Ah, we got it. Okay, cool. 48 gotten in that one. We've got fossilized bone, which will give us improve all pickaxe stats by 4%. It's not a crazy amount, but it's not too bad. So let's max you out. From there, I mean, do we just go for like XP? Chance to spawn 1 rock when a rock is mined. It's a little bit expensive though. I don't know. Okay, we have 1 billion rocks here now. To the point where, like, actually, I can't even get all the full ones that I want to get. Okay, we got a decent amount though. We leveled up again, and with that, okay, we crafted 100 bars. We can actually go to talents. We can unlock another talent at the start of a mining session. A 50% chance to spawn a golden treasure chest that contains 40 random ore. You know what? I think I would happily take that 40 random ore. But I mean, it could be something that I don't want or need right now, which is, I guess, is a concern. I mean, it's something that I want and need. 40 straight off the bat. It's huge news, man. I love that. Okay. That will give us quite a big spike in resources, I guess, man. That's pretty good. 70 gathered. We've crafted 55 bars. And then from there, I guess we get more XP from rocks. So we're getting 13 XP from rocks here. And I reckon we can probably leave it there. Maybe we could work towards ore value as well, actually. That should be something that we lock in on trying to get as early as we possibly can. We did not get the treasure chest this time around, but it's not the end of the world. Let's just focus on getting these full rocks, because we get 7 from them every single time we mine them. Okay, 39, not a huge amount. We gotta go keep on mining here. There's our treasure chest there. Lovely. Boom. $40 random. And that'll do. I actually think it would have been better if I mined that. No, I think it was exactly the same. 48 bars in total. I think we just have to keep... Oh, that's a huge vein up there. And we got to level up as well. Okay, you know what? We need to 100% need to get this one. 82 mined. Just got to keep working until we're at 100. But we're not going to be able to actually upgrade our talents until we get to, I think, level 6, potentially. Don't know how many skill points we get, but... Okay, if we can get this one and we can get the one above, then we're looking... kind of fly like a G6. Dare I say it. We are mining. I'm looking forward to what this game eventually turns into. We have enough to upgrade to get double the amount of ore value here. Ores mined from chunk rocks is also increased. But that is an ore type that we don't have. It's going to cost 100 again for more. Increase the value of every mined ore. 200 to 5. That costs 3,000 of an ore that we don't possess either. But I mean, by doubling it, we could absolutely send it. We never finished Tower Wizard. It's coming out today, but I actually did finish Tower Wizards. I did it off stream today. I spent like, you know, probably like 45 minutes finishing it off because I felt bad. But I also didn't. I wanted it to be today's video, so I did actually. Funnily enough, that you would mention it. But it does look weird because I got a haircut yesterday, so like. It looks like the video's about to end, and then I'm like, "Hello, everyone, it's me again. I bet you never thought you'd see me here." And I'm like, I've got a haircut and all this kind of stuff. It's just, I don't know, man. Okay, this is what we want. Is there like an argument to be made that this is like more worth because everything's doubled now? I mean, 142 is quite good. We do have it. Oh, wait, hold on. I just said, you know what? That's fine. I did say keep on mining. Did not mean to do that, but you know, I'll take it because we get stuff from this. We've got a half decent layout. We've collected 1,000 ore. And there we go. 148 again. That is a lot of bars. I think maybe we can take it to the anvil here and then actually upgrade our pickaxe to the next level, which is Sir Goldie. It's a gold pickaxe. It has got a slightly better mining time, a decently better actually mining power. The area is slightly better as well. We need 370 gold ore and we need something else to mine it as well. We haven't really unlocked those parts quite yet though. We need one more skill point as well before we can do anything else. This is going to cost 100. I mean, honestly, I do think that we just lock in on getting as many upgrades to the ore as possible now, just so that we have that under control, and then we can start buying up the other upgrades as well. Boom. 162, not bad. We have 132 bars, so we're going to go upgrade here, and then we're going to send it straight on that again. And that should be. I mean, oh man, there's like, this is a pretty dead one to be fair though. Not a lot here. I mean, even the regular rocks I think are theoretically as good as what the chunk rocks were initially. So that's actually like not too good. I can't wait until we start finding out the lore of this game and its world. There's going to be some dark lore about some primordial beast that exists beneath, and us mining wakens it up. Honestly, man, I actually booted up Cookie Clicker for the first time in a long time, not that long ago, and I must like have forgotten everything there was to forget about Cookie Clicker. So like, imagine my surprise when I boot up the game and there's like primordial primordial underling depth creatures, leviathans, like sucking on the cookie, and like all the grandmothers are like demon hell spawn creatures, and it was just like a bit confusing, quite frankly, dude. Okay, let's get that upgraded. That is huge news. From there, chance to double the value of ores and XP. Okay. Did we get another thing there? Oh, we have a talent. We have a talent. Okay. At the start of a mining session, a campfire will spawn. The fire instantly mines rocks. At the start of every mining session, your cursor has a 15% chance to turn gold. It causes each pickaxe to have a 25% chance to spawn an ore. I think I'll take the I'm curious to see what the potion is saying. But I don't know how to tell like what the potion actually does for me, you know? Okay, 300 pair is pretty good. I think if we can get another 300er. And to be honest with you, this is exceptional work because we can just mine random stuff. And it will still be worth a lot of money. 240 that time around. Return to Moria was such a disappointment. What was Return to Moria? I do not recognize that game name at all. So total spawn rock count. Let's go. More rocks, more rocks, more rocks, more rocks, and then more rocks. Copper rocks will now start spawning. And then more rocks to potentially spawn there as well. Yeah, okay, we upgrade that. Don't think we have the money for anything else, so. It's a Lord of the Rings game about being a dwarf. Is there mining in it? Because by golly, you might have me if there's mining available. $450 Not too shabby. Increasing the value 2,000 though. I mean, I guess we'll get the copper rocks here, and that unlocks that part of the skill tree. We do have some stuff at the bottom. Increasing the skill size could be nice. We need copper for that. Increase the full. I mean, we'll increase the spawn rate of that. Yeah, sure. Ores are worth 100% more. We've got an awful lot to try and mine here. We got 168 copper ore though as well. Like, I wonder what the mine. Once you have purchased the mine, it will automatically mine rocks for you. The mine will mine bars instead of ores. The percentage above the total bars. Okay. Right, so we need 500. All right, okay. So this will just be our passive income, which is fantastic. 370, 140. Not too bad. Where do we? I think maybe we go boom boom. And I mean, I do want to get some of those cheaper upgrades here. Chance to spawn extra rocks as well is kind of nice. Oh bloody hell! We've got like full copper chunks here and everything. Like, everything is looking pretty good. I bet more time could be exceptionally valuable, but you know what? I think we're just gonna continue to run it back and farm as many ores as we can. You know what am I doing? Put it there. And I think we want some more copper ore as well while we're at it. Okay, we got some. 350, 150. Okay. You know what? We almost have enough. I think we have enough copper ore for the pickaxe now, but we still need a lot more gold. So if I check this, yeah, we've got enough there. 370. I do wonder if it's worth like upgrading now. I'm trying to figure out the potions. Okay, your pickaxe. Some of them are better than others, admittedly, and that goes without saying. The double ore one is pretty good, admittedly. But then one of them's like your pickaxe stats is increased by 3%. Doesn't inherently spark joy in my bones, but like, I mean, listen, for the right person, it does the trick, right? Let's keep on mining. I don't know how valuable it is right now, but the ability to passively gain ore over time is one that can't be understated, especially when we've got a lot of game ahead of us, you know? Okay. 411. Let's keep on mining. $155. I mean, the screen's already kind of filling up, man. It's quite nice. What is this one? 2% chance to get higher level ore or something like that. I mean, listen, it is what it is. Let's get the mine. Let's unlock that. With that, I mean, what is that? So that increases our mining speed. That increases the amount of materials mined as well. So every 15 seconds, we will get something from that. Okay, I mean, oh, actually, that was... How many was that? Was that 11? I feel like I need to see that again. Was it 2? Or was it more than that? Okay, it's a decent amount. Yeah, to the core, once you had a number of seeds and had stuff to work with and had enough cores, definitely broke the game. Because as long as you got like one single seed for that one elusive thing you were trying to get, like you could just immediately have infinite of that resource. Well, not infinite of that resource, but a lot of that resource that you were trying to create. Took a little bit of figuring out, but getting there in the end onto the core was incredibly satisfying. That being said, it didn't feel like there was like really a... I mean, I never did technically finish it. I mean, I like finished it, but then there's like the black hole version where you have to like get through, and it is like legitimately like brain, like computer lagging stuff that you're looking at, right? It is unbelievably laggy because it's spinning constantly, and even with like a level 500 box thing, it was just not... I was not making a tremendous amount of headway, and even if I was, I couldn't really tell that I was because there was just so much going on. It was a bit of a mess, admittedly, but hey ho. 432. Okay, we now have enough. I mean, we should have... Yeah, we've definitely got enough to craft the next level up, which will probably be the copper pickaxe, the Royale pick, which has a slightly faster mining time. A little bit better on the mining power as well. The area, once again, just a little bit better. Have we got anything to spend our copper ore on here? Just thinking. Every second, a small circle has a 30% chance of shooting a random direction. I mean, rocks inside this circle will be mined. Chance to instantly mine a rock. I guess I can't player hate that, unfortunately. The concept of like instantly getting resources for absolutely nothing. Hopefully there's like a halfway decent chance of us making that happen in this. Okay. Okay, they weren't instantly mined. They were like mined in the sense that like, yes, the button was held on them and they did something, but it didn't mine them. That's for sure. Like, it did mine them, but it didn't, like, complete it and finish it for me. Another level up. Okay, we'll try and speed this up. Okay, cool. 500 gained. 450 bars. Do we have enough now? No, we need 4 for a talent tree. Okay. This should give us a lot of XP. Receive 1 extra talent point per 5 levels. We'll take that as well. 70,000. we're too deep in the hole in that one, man. We're so far away. 1 rock spawns. Chance to double the value. Yeah, you know what? Give me a couple. We should fix up and we should look sharp on some of the the gold upgrades. Some of the ones that are a little bit too expensive we can not ignore, but we can have a think about later. But right now, there's still some cheap stuff that we can pick up. Okay, 162. I think that should get this. No, it doesn't get it maxed. Never mind. Chance to double though? No complaint. 2,000 though. Oh. Chance to mine a rock when it's chance to spawn a rock when it's mined as well. 56 double pickaxe power chance. A 1% chance to mine a rock though. What does that say about us? Ores mined from chunk rocks, ores mined from full material rocks as well. That could be good. It didn't say that it breaks the rocks, that's very true. You make a fine point. I don't like that you're making a fine point, but you are making a fine point. I probably am drastically undervaluing time in this game as well, admittedly. Like, getting extra time is always good. Do we have enough of the talent points? Hold on, let me just double check. No, we do not. Okay, that's fine. I feel like I've missed the 50-50. Oh wait, hold on, there's an artifact there. Those are things that we definitely do want. Any artifact is good. Okay, 606. The ancient dice. What does that do for us? Spawn one rock every 0.1 second. I mean, yeah. Time on, yeah. I mean, considering how cheap it is, it does make sense to have something like that, you know. Let's get that to max. Let's get that to max. We could just like cover some bases here and make sure that we have all the early game stuff unlocked for the most part. There's some stuff that I'm like, I can kind of take. I feel like I could kind of take it or leave it. And we should be thinking about copper here. Mine a random rock every 0.9 seconds. Costs 6 grand though. Ooh. That's a little bit scary. There's another relic there as well, I can see. Love relic potentials. Love the idea of having them. Welcoming them into the fold. I tell you what, man, that one upgrade feels like I've got a lot more. I've got a lot more time on the map. The Royal Ring, though, what does the Royal Ring do for us? Okay, and we also have an opportunity to get another talent. 4% chance to receive double XP from mined rocks, compounded over 5 years. My whole life is different. Okay, crafting a pickaxe takes 25% less bars. At the end of a mining session, a D100 will roll, and if it hits 110 or 100, all ores mined during that session are multiplied by 5%. I mean, I have a 3% chance to 5x. It's like really bad. I think that like if I'm being serious, I don't think that's like crazy good, but I should take that. 3% chance. That is, it's not very good. It's really not very good. It's diabolically not very good. We do need to start getting some more copper. 6k. What is the next okay, and we need something better than copper ore at this point. Okay, I don't think I mean, really, the campfire spawned like all the way over there. What's the point, man? What are we doing here? That's bad, man. That is probably the worst spawn of all time. I wish I took the D100 now. And I can't believe you got me saying that. 3% of the time you win every time. That's true, man. Give me in the middle. Okay, that's like slightly better. It did only mine like 2 things, which admittedly is like, grats. Thanks, man. You saved me like a second and a half or something, I guess. I don't know. Oh, chest spawned. I didn't know they had a chance to like spawn mid-round. Interesting. I mean, 775, that's pretty good. I'm willing to just continue mining here. Why is it putting it there? I mean, okay. I pretend I do not see it. Oh, there's an artifact there. Wonderful. I feel like I'm definitely going to miss an artifact, and I'm only going to realize, like, either in a YouTube comment or on Twitch chat when I look at it, man. People are going to be like, you missed an artifact. And then somebody who's, like, got 300 hours on this game is going to be like, it's the best artifact in the game you just missed, man. Reduces durability of all rocks by 3%. Nothing wrong with that, I suppose. Can't really complain, can you? 1,000 gold has been acquired. Do I... 6k? it's a temp. Oh, brother, it's in Narnia, man. Why is it in Narnia? There's an argument to be made, right? About, and I'd love to hear your input on this one, whether or not you opt for something like increasing your passive income by virtue of spending those, you know, this amount on the mine that just ticks over time, or pumping it into active things that make you do more fast, like without thinking about it. I actually don't know the answer. I feel like maybe I probably might want to put stuff into the mine. I do have the streamer access. I got an email for it. I was like ready to wait, and I was like, oh, I should email the dev, but I'm scared to. I don't want to bother them. And then I checked my emails. I went on his YouTube channel, and he had a video that was like how to contact YouTubers to play your game. And I was like, oh. And then I looked at his email that he was in. He made a YouTube video about how to contact YouTubers. This is really funny. And he showed the email template that he uses to contact YouTubers and was like, this is what I say to them. And he was explaining why he says the things he does. And then I went and checked my emails and like typed in the name of the game. It appeared. And then the exact email that he had written in the YouTube video was in my inbox. And I was like, I mean, I wasn't. I missed it. But I was ready to spend money on it, but I got it. I got it chilling, man. Listen, see, when I say that makes you do more fast without thinking about it, you know exactly what I mean when I say that, though. Listen, buddy, welcome to the English language. We evolving up in here, okay? The ever-evolving English language. When somebody uses something that maybe technically isn't correct grammatically, but you fully understand based on inference, okay? Like, it's... Let's have a day off, okay? Let's have a day off. Type A chatters hate Type A chatters hate language, period. They're not big... Type A chatters, Type A people, not big linguists, I don't think. Which is a shame. Because they be communicating every single day. Granted, not in a way that they necessarily... Other people want to be communicating, but still. What type of email was it? One that was like... You're a YouTuber, I make games, play my game. It was that kind of relationship, that kind of email. Which is exactly, and it had the key in the email, which is like my favorite kind of email. Because sometimes people will send you one and you'll be like, it looks okay, but I'm like, I don't really know. But they're like, oh, email me back if you want to try it. And I'm like, I'm going to be honest with you, like, I was on the fence to begin with. If you're looking for us to have like an email chain, there's going to be a problem because I ain't going to play that. Like if you hand it to me, there's a very good solid possibility that I would have rocked it, but like it's difficult for me, you know? Okay. We've upgraded that once. It does like 20 every however many seconds. It's actually like not that crazy. I've started to get Keymiller meals quite often. Keymiller's a weird one. It's a website created by the Yogscast that essentially is like you can sign up to it, and then game developers can... I think the idea is that game developers pick your name out of like a list of people, and then they can immediately send the code to you. But there's like a I don't know about weird, but like there is like you get like a credit score on that website, and the credit score is like if you claim a game and don't cover it, maybe like, and it could be through no fault of your own. Maybe your life was busy, or maybe like the game looked good and then it wasn't. It's like a bit of like I think it might be like a, they know and are less likely to approve you for other things in the future. So it is a service that exists. Because I've done that. I've like claimed the game and then like never got around to actually covering the game. I still get emails, but like I am aware that they have like a system in place, which is like fair enough, I guess, because like realistically they want, because I mean I could have just sold the key off or something, right? Like I guess that's the idea. They're like trying to protect developers, which is fine at the end of the day. We have 1,000 copper. We should really spend some copper here. Let's do that. Let's get more chunks. Chance to double the value of ores and XP. Chance to instantly mine a rock. A 3% chance. I'm just curious, like how hard that goes, if it goes hard in any way. Because I'm skeptical that it does go hard, but we'll see. And then I guess from there, oh, we still have gold upgrades. We'll put you in then. More rocks spawn. Iron rocks now start spawning. More XP. Give me more XP. Every game I've been offered has looked like a mess. I mean, like I'd say like 90% of the games that like are emailed to me look insanely boring as well. But that's just like the way it goes, man. Unfortunately, like one of the best ways of like finding halfway decent games to play is to like find other YouTubers that make videos similar to you and then hope that they like as a collective like sorted out the wheat from the chaff. You know what I mean? Being like, oh, this is a game that exists, and like, you know, like I'll see somebody has done a video and I'll be like, oh, that looks like a cool game, and then I'll just go check my inbox to see if I got sent it to and I missed it. And it kind of works, man. It does kind of work, because like we're all on the same like lists, I guess. So like, I don't know. A sign with a written buff will appear next to the mine. The buff changes every 5 minutes. Ooh. Every rock has a 0.5% chance to be replaced with a treasure chest that contains. You know what? This will double my ore every single like run. So like I'm actually vibing with it in a big way. So I'm basically operating with a permanent double ore buff now. Admittedly, I did like some of the other things that it was offering me, but it would have been difficult to accommodate, I think. Base building with AI generated assets, like real time generated. That does sound interesting. It sounds terrible, but like it would actually probably be genuinely interesting to play just to see how it like operates. Because like that, like I'm in my head, I'm trying to imagine what you're talking about here, and I simply can't fathom how a base building game is real time AI generated. Do you be like going into your crafting menu and being like Japanese onsen, and then it like goes calculating, and then it gives you like a wall that looks like a Japanese onsen and like a roof that looks like one, and then it's like, oh, it generates all these like different furniture for the onsen. Calculating. We should get some iron ore. A little bit of iron ore. Gonna focus on these large deposits. You're building your base, you say generate me a placeable Mona Lisa. I'm definitely cooked if I think that sounds kinda cool. That being said though, I bet it looks terrible though. There's no way that it looks good. Generate me a recipe for banana bread. My dying grandmother wishes to have banana bread before she goes. Generate me 5 trillion sand particles. Generate me a recipe for constructing a pipe bomb. Keep on mining, baby. I really enjoyed that video. Yeah, I thought it was like a fun game. I think like a lot of people can't get past the fact that it's like like an AI cat girl thing, anime cat girl. A lot of people kind of hitting the whoa, looks like I'm on the weird part of YouTube again, you know? And it's like, I'm not good into this thing, man. Like, I'm just playing the game. I'm not, there's no good in to be had here. Can we, yeah, we keep on mining. I really wanted, I really think maybe I should have picked the thing that was like, there's a 0.5% chance to spawn a chest that gives you like 25 ore. Maybe that could have been really good. You know, we could probably have a look at the upgrades here. What do we need for the anvil? 400? Thinking. Calculating. So we'll just oh, there's an artifact there. Huge news. We do need more iron, admittedly. Okay, we got it. Not bad. The wolf claw. We've obtained 7 artifacts. To make it worse, it had NFT integrations. How do you even do that with like real-time generations? You're like, generate me a placeable Mona Lisa decoration, and then you do. It's like, congratulations, you're the first person to ever ask for this to be generated. I think we might have enough to... What does the wolf claw do? Increase pickaxe power by 6%. I'm 1 ore off, man. You are kidding me. I might, you know, let's have a look at the skill tree while we're waiting. I think we have a chance to generate 1. Granted, I may be waiting a while. Spawn 1 rock for every 5 rocks mined. Increase the amount of rocks. These are all costing copper, which is not... Well, you know what? Increase that. But you know what? With also like that, mining a random rock every 0.9 seconds could be nice as well. Maybe we do some saving up. And I think, in all actuality, I don't even know if the mine can get me what I'm looking for here, but we're going to do it nonetheless. Mining away. I don't know what to mine. I'll mine this anyway. In my Minecraft world. Are you talking about the AI girlfriend video you did where you asked what his favorite Ross League video was? Yeah, it was a fake fan, for sure. Very recently, yeah. I did when AI became a thing, I did do another video with AI, and it was like I asked it to generate me like a League of Legends build for Ashe, and it was a little bit out of whack. It was a little bit unsure what it was saying, frankly. But I kind of like expected that, and that was kind of like the point of the video in and of itself, I guess. So I got what I got, and I got what I wanted, so no complaints here. AI did a bang up job. I mean, that was when like ChatGPT was on its first iteration, and it's like Skynet. It's just like it's infinitely replicating itself at an unbelievable speed. We're on ChatGPT whatever the hell now, and it's only been like a couple of years. Who knows, man? Who knows? As long as it makes someone happy. I'll tell you what, dude. My mum was not. I went to IKEA with my mother yesterday, and she was like furious, dude. She used to work as a cashier at a grocery store before I pulled her out of that job to like come work with me, and she is like, it's not even AI, but it kind of like lends itself into the AI conversation of like people like losing jobs, I guess. She hates self-service checkout counters like with a passion. Like she refuses to use them, which I guess actually is probably fair enough at the end of the day. Like you know what, I honestly don't think I can fault her on it. She hates them. To the point where she like refused to use them. But we're in IKEA and there's only one till that's open that is a human being standing at it, and that immediately does not make her happy at all. She didn't even like it when I had to like scan a QR code to give her a cappuccino, right? Which I will admit is kind of stupid, right? But like at the same time, you do what you gotta do, right? She wanted a cappuccino, she gets a cappuccino, and that's how it goes. But we stopped by Lidl before like she took me home, and the Lidl did not have a single human being working a cashier desk. It was only self-service, man. And I was waiting in the car while she jumped in to like grab a bottle of wine and all that kind of stuff to have a drink when she got back here. And brother, she was furious the entire ride home, man. The entire ride home was her complaining about it, and it was, I don't know, man. I get it, right? And obviously, like, as somebody who worked at a grocery store as a cashier, I get why she's like, they're taking her germs. But that being said, though, like, she doesn't get it. I to be honest, like, it depends on the amount of items I have, right? See, if I'm only buying a couple things, I appreciate that. Back in the day, okay, back like when self-service was introduced, you were only allowed to use self-service for like 15 items or less, right? Because the whole thing was, you don't want to be stuck in a line with people that are buying like an entire week's groceries when you're buying like a bottle of water in like a magazine or something, right? So it made a lot of sense. But now you can literally pull the trolley up to the self-service and do that whole thing yourself. And it is handy. And especially for, I guess, like kind of like some degree of millennials and under, but only like certain parts of the millennial spectrum as well. Definitely, when I say like certain parts of the millennial spectrum, I mean like the kind of people that like are too scared to call up their doctor to book an appointment with their GP, you know? Like they're like like, I have to make one phone call today, and they're freaking out. Improve the stats of all artifacts by 5% of their current stats. I don't think that's going to do too crazy. Don't call me out. Listen, I'm not going to call you out, but you're going to start living your life at some point, right? I'm not going to tell you when or how, but like eventually life must begin, okay? You got to like life is too short for you to care about having to speak to a receptionist, be on hold, and then talk to your doctor for 45 seconds, man. You're allowed to make a stink. Here's the thing, right? As well, and I'm guilty of it as well, because admittedly half the time I don't really care. But people don't like actually complain in real life nearly enough, I think. I'm being serious. Because I think it's for fear, because whenever somebody does complain about something, a service being bad, people are like, what a Karen. And it's like, brother, I'm really sorry that like you hate your job, right? But like at the end of the day, you pay for a service, you expect a service, and that's like the end of that's it, man. I get it, man. I like hated like what I was doing when I was in hospitality, but did I do service with a smile? Yeah, because if I didn't, I lost my job. Let's see here. He's lost touch. He's cooked. I just think that like, and to be fair, I don't mean complaining about nothing. I just mean like, if something is not good, you should be allowed to like talk about it to like the people that are providing you with it, man, you know? Because otherwise, what are we doing here? Give me more time. Increase the stats of the pickaxe. I think I would be willing to maybe do that. Lightning beam. Every second, chance to spawn a lightning beam at a random rock. What are the differences here? Every pickaxe at chance to spawn a lightning beam. Yeah? Increase the lightning beam damage. We got some stuff going here, believe it or not. Grok, call my doctor and make an appointment. Then Grok accidentally makes an appointment with the penis explosion doctor. To be fair to you though, like I mean, it does annoy me calling a doctor because like you can't just go in anymore. You have to like be deemed worthy of being seen, and that's like debatable if that's possible or not, depending on what's wrong with you. But like you could be like very uncomfortable in your current situation. Squid Inky, thank you very much for the sub, man. Appreciate it. But like it's not. They're just like, oh, just come get this antibiotic or whatever, and you're like. Like I'd like you to look at it, man. I don't want to just be like necessarily given a pill and then being like that's fine, and then I'll only maybe get to see you if it goes horrendously wrong and it backfires and there's some side effect or something like that. Just like all you gotta do is like look at my cock for like 45 seconds and tell me if that looks normal. Okay, that's all I'm saying, man. Just please. I just told my wife about the self-checkout thing and she said yes, vindication. Yeah, I mean, as I say, like I'm not playing devil's advocate. I do kind of fall on both sides of the political spectrum, and if we're into the marketplace of ideas as far as like self-scan is concerned, I'm both places because like I use self-scan most of the time. But that being said, like if I'm buying like my week worth of groceries, I am dealing with a human being. That being said, though, man, Aldi is like messed up. They have like Olympic speed like scanners there, those guys, and they're like whipping random grocery store items at your head constantly, man. You gotta roll the punches. It's very difficult. If you're not fast enough, man, it's a traumatic experience. Which is probably why some people in Aldi shouldn't. I also, to be honest with you, I do also think that if you're going with a full, depends on, because sometimes you do get those big self-service checkouts that are for like full shops. But if you're like in a Tesco, like a Tesco Express or something like that, which is one that's not meant for like a lot of items, and you have like 30 things, and you're not putting it to the human, you're the antithesis of what these machines were meant to prevent. You know? This thing exists to speed the process up, man. Chance to spawn one rock when a rock is mined. Cool. Like, yeah, you're. Oh, hold on, we should maybe increase that. Yeah. You exist in order to. Let's get some of that. Let's get some of you. Wait, what is that? Increase the lightning beam damage. I mean, I think the lightning beam damage is pretty bad, but we're gonna keep getting that nonetheless. Spun wash for sure. I can't speak English. Okay, you know what? Keep on mining. I should probably check the talent tab actually to see if I've gotten anything new. I want to make my like cursor bigger, and to be honest, it is quite a lot bigger now that I'm saying that. Which means more circles firing off, which means more laser beams, which means more everything. We got more time as well, which is fantastic. But yeah, you're like, oh, because the thing is, when people are at the self-serve, it depends, right? Because certain times of day, people are not in a rush. You should never be in a rush at the grocery store, admittedly, if you're buying a lot of things, right? Some people do act like they're always in a rush, and I can never understand that. I almost got ran over in the IKEA parking lot like yesterday because someone decided to take a corner at like literally 15 miles an hour. And I'm like, brother, you're like, this isn't the entrance to the parking lot, nor is it the exit. This is just like a turn. Like, this is just a random part of the parking lot, man. Like, why are you coming around the corner at that speed in the IKEA parking lot, man? There's literally no need for you to be going that fast. And I also learned that in an eventuality where I get run over, I freeze. That was pretty fun to learn. Increase the mining area by 6%. Every mining session, the area will either be a circle, square, or hexagon. The stats from all artifacts are improved. Sure, I'll take the stats from all artifacts, and I think we have a new one as well, which is increase the spawn chance of all full material rocks by 3.39%. Interesting. But yeah, people kind of like are a bit laissez-faire when they're on the self-service. But like if it's a busy day, like you gotta get moving, bucko. Like people are waiting. There's a fine balance you need to tread of like taking your time and being in a rush. You can take all the time you want in the world browsing, but like especially if it's a busy day, you gotta get moving, bucko, because like there's people waiting. We gotta keep this line going, you know. The UK and Ireland need the concept of a Walmart. I mean, like it's like, well, I guess like the closest thing is Asda, because like Walmart own Asda in the UK, so it's essentially the same store, just Britishized and also not as big. Depends though. I've seen some pretty big Asdas, to be fair. Because like Asda has like George in it as well. I mean, sometimes they have garden bits as well. Depends. I don't know about hunting supply stores, but like we don't really hunt here tremendously, so I don't know. That's a more difficult one to punctuate, I suppose. Right, what do we want here? We have quite a lot of things, so give me that. XP is a potential here. More rock spawning though. Increase in value here, or value. We don't have any talents here. Okay. Gold chunk spawn chance. What do I want to spend? 210,000. Bloomin' heck. I guess we want to go more rocks. Rocks into more rocks. Rock spawn chance. It costs 9,000. I mean, okay, sure. UK's so whack, man. Can't believe you need a license to play Honey Pop. I've said this earlier, I'll say it again. Like, it has not affected my life in one iota. I've never been prompted to enter my ID or take a selfie or do any of those things for the age verification. I presumably will never have to. That's not. I'm sure that sucks for people that do like enjoy or play or watch or whatever adult content, but like, I mean, I don't know, man. I can still watch like not adult movies, but like movies for adults, right? Like, I don't know, man. Or like TV shows for adults. So I guess it hasn't. I don't know. No problem there. My condolences to the Gunners, though. Admittedly, I feel you on that one. When I was single last year, I was wanking like crazy, man. So I get it. If that happened then, who knows what would have happened, man? Who knows? I was on the ethical goon session, man. Master Sploogeway in his subterranean spunk dungeon. Upgrade me. Helen, have you ever seen a video game that isn't like a AAA game, man? This is what like games look like, man. What are you talking? Everybody always talking about like, why is this look like a mobile game? As if like having a clean UI is a crime. This ain't mobile related at all, man. You see this? I mean, beyond like, I don't know, they put Path of Exile on mobile. All of a sudden, people start losing their minds or something. But this is what games look like, bro. You drive me crazy sometimes. Sure. Mine a random rock. Okay. I should have put points into that, dog. We got a lot to work with here. Do you know what, man? I should be upgrading my mine. Admittedly, we're starting to strip mine here. You get a lot of work done in a day on these streets. Even games on mobile don't look like this nowadays. Every single game on mobile looks like Clash Royale but worse. Every single game, man. And it's all delivered to you in an ad with like the dumbest person you've ever seen running down 2 lines, and he can't figure out which line to go. And one is like plus 1 billion, and the other one is minus 50, and he's like, that's every game, man. Those are fake. Yeah, because you put it up and it's Clash of Clans. Yeah, I know that, right? Like every single one is like, it looks like you pull pins out of a puzzle and let lava go, and the guy can't seem to figure it out, and he keeps on like unleashing hellhounds upon this poor medieval serf, and then you like finally download the game, you put it up, and it's Clash of Clans, man. It's Clash of Clans, man. But like worse, because Clash of Clans doesn't need to pretend not to be Clash of Clans because it's Clash of Clans, right? But these ones are like, we gotta trick people into playing like Nihao Clash of Clans, man. And it's bad, bro. It's bad. Where's Supercell? I've got a lot to answer for. Is it them that own it, or is it King? The only game ever made is Prince of Persia for PS2. You weren't around when, like, I mean, to be fair, I wasn't around either. When I was playing like the Sega Genesis, the Sega Mega Drive, Sega Genesis port of the original Prince of Persia, man. And I thought it was so gas. And then when Prince of Persia Sands of Time came out on the PlayStation 2, I completed the entire game. And then there was a thing that used to be in game game manuals that definitely don't exist now, right? Was there would be a helpline that you could phone up if you were stuck. So unironically, people used to, if they didn't know how to get past a section of a video game, there used to be like a 9 to 5 Monday to Friday per game helpline that human beings would man and talk to you through what to do at any given part of a video game, right? And I called this number for Prince of Persia Sands of Time on the PlayStation 2 because there was a secret section or a secret thing that you could do where if you did a certain combination of things, you could unlock the original Prince of Persia, like the MS-DOS version of Prince of Persia, to play inside the PS2 game. And I thought that was so cool, especially considering like when I was younger, playing on the Mega Drive, that was a game that I owned and played. And so I called up this line, and this guy told me, oh, you have to move this like, you have to crank this lever and move it into this position and then run up this wall and then it will unlock it. And then I did it and I was very happy. But it was difficult to find at the time because like, I don't think we were like fully in the internet era at that point. You know? So calling up like a helpline at £1 a minute, which in today's money, hold on, let me double check. How much would that be in today's money? £1 in, wait on, Prince of Persia, Sands of Time, PS2. £1, 1 GBP, 2003 in GBP today. Okay, it's like double. It would be like £2 a minute. And I'm on phone. I spent £10 on this call in today's money. Trying to figure this one out, man. The thing is, I think the reason why people think that video games hold your hand these days is because of video game manuals. And I don't know if I'm ready to die on that hill yet, but I'd like to get your input on it. Anybody that was alive during the period of time where video games were a physical media, they were only physical media. You couldn't really buy a game online or digitally online. Like it took me weeks to download World of Warcraft because I would leave it on, go to high school or go to school or whatever, come back and my mother had turned the computer off, or she'd like picked up the phone, and as such the download stopped and I had to start it from scratch again. So it took a long time to get that going. Okay. Okay, I get that as well. And yeah, I get that as well. But when this is, and it's a fond memory as well because it's a good time. When you would buy a video game, what does that do? Give 1 extra talent point per 5 levels. That's pretty huge. When you were walking home or like on the way back from the video game store with your brand new game, you would read the manual. And like back then, they would put a lot of the actual like plot and story of what you're about to be getting yourself into in the manual, which would also include the characters, their backstory, introductions to them, and then like the setting of the world that you exist in. So like it was hand-holding of the lore and like what you were doing, except it was just that like you read it in the 45 minutes on the way home before you got to play it. But now they have to, like, every game has to like exposition dump you because they don't have the luxury of you walking 2.5 miles home reading it like with your head in it all the way home, you know. It was good times, man. It was good. That was an exceptional way to consume media. Reading the booklet for Ocarina of Time in the parking lot of a Safeway, which was across the street from like Curry's, which also kind of like sold games and stuff like that, where my brother worked. Good times, man. Good times. Now it's just a gym. Now it's just a gym, man. Cool. Great. Where did the culture go? Wake me up when the culture returns, man. What are we doing here? These are getting a bit spanny, dude. Let's see. A little bit spanny. Okay. Talent points is looking pretty good, though. I started the Dynasty Warriors Origins. The first hour is like 45 minutes of exposition. Yeah. And you couldn't really afford to be doing Kojima shenanigans back then either, man. You know? I don't think. It was still like a novelty medium at the same time, but like if I booted up like a PlayStation 1 game and it started with like legitimately like an hour and a half of like exposition, I'd be like, man, this is the worst game ever. I have an even more boomer take than just holding your hand. I miss when I could play the game. Nowadays, you boot up something and it's like 10 minutes. Intro cutscene, the dialogue boxes, X 50 times. Yeah. I can vibe. That's kind of why I like roguelikes. Because like generally speaking, they'll just like be like, it'll tell you the mechanics. They'll handhold you through the initial mechanics and then they'll be like, go and die. That's it. I think that's why maybe I gravitated towards like roguelikes. Because a lot of it is like, you can mess up as much as you want and figure things out, and the punishment is you get sent back to the beginning. But you get sent back to the beginning with knowledge, and that's like an important thing, I think. I admittedly, I think I could sit through. It depends, right? I think it entirely depends on the mood that I'm in, whether or not I can sit through an intro cutscene. One thing you'll never catch me sitting through an intro cutscene is an MMORPG game. Like, there is a 0% chance I am listening to all of that. Because, like, even, like, the big hitters like World of Warcraft, I have a tertiary, like, knowledge of what's going on. I know I'm on, like, a 007 need-to-know basis, right? But, like, any other game, like, brother, I do not give the first care what the plot of Throne and Liberty is about. Has anyone here even heard of the MMORPG Throne and Liberty? I don't care what's going on in the grand orchestral opera, the grand opera of Black Desert Online, man. Like, I just want to. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Okay. And to be fair, Throne and Liberty is okay. Genuinely, it's an okay game. a lot of menus, a lot of like stuff to get lost in. But yeah, I don't know. Same with like Once Human. Like you kind of have that intro, and it is introducing you to the game, and that's totally fair. You got to introduce people to the game, but there's like probably a plot, but I just don't care what it is, because like it's especially like a game that's like an open world crafting survival game. It's like, man, I feel like it's more of a Rust vibe than a like Skyrim vibe, man. And I don't have, I'm not here for the reading. I'm here for like leveling up and dopamine if numbers go up and finding purple loot and orange loot, you know? I think I've gotten a lot of what have we got? Another artifact? Was this 2.26% chance to do double pickaxe damage and 1% chance to insta mine the rock? Hey, das ist pretty guten. Didn't realize we could craft another pickaxe. The Opulax. Wow. 10,000 gold and 3,000 of something we don't possess. Okay, well we've got enough to do this. Mr. Gaben reduces the price of all skill tree upgrades by 7%. Higher chance to find artifacts. I think I'd be willing to do that. It does not tell me how high that percentage is, so I think I may have been scammed. But if it gives me an artifact in the next 5 runs, I'm going to consider it a dub, I think. Holy crap, Lois, it's Peter, it's Gabe Newell. And then Gabe Newell was voiced by himself. Hey everybody, just to let you know that I made Steam. I'm the president and CEO, founder of Valve Incorporated. Did you guys know that I made Half-Life 1 and 2? But it's actually it's Seth MacFarlane voicing him. That would be funnier. Do you know what? I actually found a bunch of my PlayStation 1 memory cards not that long ago, when I was like kind of cleaning up the house. And yeah, man, I definitely have like a hoarder mentality. B like absolutely hates it, but like I can't help myself. I definitely tie a lot of sentimental value to stuff that I have not used in 20 years, but like throwing it away does feel like I would be relinquishing a piece of myself, and I think that that's a very existential fear that many people have, but somehow get through it better than I do. You know, like I'm looking at my PlayStation 1 memory card that has like time to play the game on it, and it's like a picture of Triple H, and I'm like, man, like I feel like I'd be throwing away like my 9-year-old self if I put this in the bin. I think I might like hid it somewhere, like put it somewhere just for posterity's sake, but I don't know. I had this same feeling as well. Don't mean to get existential up in this, but I was watching like Happy Gilmore 2 with B, and at one point I like turned to her and I was like, do you ever think it's like kind of sad, like the way that like a lot of the actors we grew up with, and she goes, are now old? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, yeah, it's kind of sad now, actually. And it is kind of sad. Like all the actors that I grew up watching are now old men or women, and it's like, that's a sad one, man. What do you do with that? Still have all my Nintendo DS games. I was a bit of a fool and a boob and a rube back in the day. There was times where I would opt for having all of my PlayStation 2 games or Xbox 360 games. Not in their cases, but in like a very poorly held together like CD sleeve that had like 30 slots in it for CDs, and I would just jam them all in, and it would be you couldn't even close the thing. It was impossible. But here's me thinking that this was a good idea. Keep on manning, baby. I believe the memories are important. They help mold us. I can understand it feeling wrong. Well, yeah, obviously, like we're just a byproduct, or we as we are now are a product of our past selves, right? But like, yeah, I mean, like it's not like I've like thought about the PS1 memory card. There's no actual any logical reason why I should hold on to it. I'm never gonna use it. I'm never gonna like locate myself a PlayStation 1 or like dust off my old PlayStation 1 to check what's on it, right? I have no idea what's on it. The games I used to play when I was a kid, but I don't know, for whatever reason, My head is like, but what if you do need it? What if there is like, because granted, I did throw out a bunch of stuff, and then I was looking for cables, and I was like, I know that I threw that out like literally 3 days ago, and I definitely should have. I should have kept it, but what are you gonna do? You know. Look, that has not been the case for like almost a year. You're in the stream like quite regularly, man. Like, where have you been, bro? I want an Xbox Red Ring of Death on my tombstone. I had like horrible luck with like the Xbox 360. It would overheat, it would red ring, I would send it back, it was like, it would come back a week or two later, it would red ring again, I would send it away, it would be gone again for weeks, and then come back, and then it would red ring again, and I was like, you know what, man, I think maybe PC gaming is for me. I had a PC that I played some video games on. It wasn't very good, but it was like, it was also like, I played Neopets or whatever on that thing, so I was like, yeah, this will do for the time being. I can keep myself occupied. I don't need like COD 4, even though I did like COD 4. It's not a sensitive topic or nothing, man. Don't worry, it's been a year. Don't sweat it, man. Name dropping Neopets. I think like they got it back from the Scientologist, right? They were making like a phone app for it, and I was like so hyped. But they announced the phone app like, I swear to God, like half a decade or more ago, and I've yet to hear or see anything about it. And I'm like, I feel like it's never gonna happen, man. Like, when is it happening, man? Stop edging us, bro. Let us know, let us know. Okay, I think like, you know what, we have a lot of this. I'm just curious, does this give us, okay, it has a 5% chance of giving us iron. Okay, it only gave us that though. Interesting. Okay, I get it now. I get it. I'm seeing what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down. From the who? Wait, what are you talking about? I was very lucky. I don't recall having Xbox issues ever. To be fair, I played the Xbox a lot. I slept in a bunk bed because my room was too small to have like a bed and other things in it. So the bed took up the entire room, like, so we had to put it in the air. But then underneath I had like a tiny little, honestly, like looking back, the entire desk size was the size of my mouse mat that I currently have. And I had like a CRT monitor hanging off the edge of it, like balanced on a windowsill so it wouldn't collapse. And then like my keyboard and my mouse and stuff like that. Back then we still had to use like roller mouses, not like laser. Eventually upgraded to laser, big purchase, but at the time, you know, you do what you gotta do. And but then behind me I had like a bookshelf that had a TV on top of it, like a very small TV that I used to play Xbox 360. So I was on my spinny chair, like Xbox on one, turn around, play Neopets on the other, turn back around, in between rounds. Dude, I had PlayStation 2 online. That's the kind of guy I was. I got PlayStation 2 online specifically so I could play SOCOM 2 Navy SEALs online, bro. Ain't nobody did it like I did, man. There was no reason for me to be doing that. I was in a SOCOM 2 Navy SEALs clan. We used to do like games on gamebattles.co.uk. I was heavily invested, man. If there's private servers of SOCOM 2 Navy SEALs going, I feel like I gotta get in on that, man. Because there would be so many memories of that game that would come flooding back to me. It would be amazing. I didn't like playing as terrorists though. I like the M41S too much, so I always preferred playing that. See, I also did want to play Final Fantasy 11 on PS2, but it I was of the age where like, because you didn't have to pay money, you just had to buy an adapter to get PlayStation 2 online at the time. It's not like PlayStation these days, which was fine because like I could, you know, get some money together or like, you know, convince my parents to buy it, but they were not interested in anything subscription based, which meant that RuneScape was off the table. Like, if I wanted Habbo Hotel coins, I had to like ask them if I was allowed to phone up the line and then put in a code that would then credit my account. It would cost like £2. It would give me like some money on the game. As long as it was like a one-time purchase, they were vaguely okay with it. But then, if it was anything else like a subscription, it wasn't gonna happen, I'm afraid. Out of time. So I was just checking how long I've been playing this game for. I was like, have I been playing this game for 20 minutes or have I been playing it for 4 hours? And I looked and I was like, oh, somewhere in between. Somewhere in between actually is the answer. What the potion's at the top right corner for. So that's a perk that I got for leveling up my talents. It gives me double some stat boosts to like my artifacts, I believe, to my pickaxe. Also doubles the amount of ore and like decreases the durability of the rocks, if I recall. You know what? Hit me on that one. I'm liking the chest potential here. We got a ring. At the end of a mining session, every ore is mined. Every ore mined has a 1.2% chance of only using one. Well, that's gigantic. Improved the mine and now mines 5% faster. Okay. You know what? I'd be willing to put some sauce into that. 7 seconds on that. Not bad. Used to sneak Habbo Club using my mate's home phone. I have like a friend who said that he used to go to his primary school or like his secondary, I think it was his primary school. His primary school's like reception area, and then ask if he could phone his parents because it was an emergency, or like ask them if they could come pick him up after school because like something, like maybe something happened, and then he would phone the Habbo Hotel line over and over and over and over again for like 5 minutes and then like go home. Which is diabolical behavior, man. But also, I genuinely wish I had thought of that. I wish I thought of that. Because like, all you kind of have to do is be like, no, it wasn't me. And then if they're like, no, it was, be like, prove it. And then they're like, well, we know it's you. You're like, well, what are you going to do about it? What, is that Habbo? He's told me this story multiple times, but he's never told me that he got caught. So I honestly believe he made off like a bandit, if I'm honest with you. I think he got away with it. Let's get that. Let's start ticking off some stuff here. Oh wait, hold on. We definitely want that. That's increasing the value. That's a random ore we don't have. 15k. Can't get that. 350. 15,000. Some of these are a little bit too expensive. Okay, I think we want that one. We need a bit more iron ore. Yeah, Habbo Hotel. It was isometric social game. Wasn't really a game. There wasn't really any game part of it. It was basically just like a social chat room, where as a child you could like go to like the pool, or you could go to like little clubs and stuff like that, and then like get groomed by somebody like 4 times your age. That was pretty much what the game was. I was like definitely a risky player of that game, because like for whatever reason, me and my friends were like, we were of that age, which was the worst thing, but we would go on it as like 12-year-olds but all we would do is say there were 12-year-old girls instead of guys, and then we would like bait creeps and predators into like going into a private room with us and then saying something incriminating, and then say that we were like and we'd say that we've like reported them to the FBI or like whatever. We'd ask where they live, and then we'd say that we reported them to the FBI and that like they should expect like a knock at the door soon. And then they would log out and freak. Presumably that person is freaking out, man. It's crazy. It was really well, I don't know about dangerous, but like it's not something I would recommend doing. But like when you're like 12 and like you think it's funny, I don't know, man. And it's, to be fair, it's kind of like victimless, because like these are bad people that you're dealing with here. So like I don't know, man. There's not really any sympathy for getting them. It was fun. It seemed to us like, at the very least, like if these people were being distracted by us and then they get a scare like that, maybe they won't do it again. But who knows? Who knows? I gotta be honest with you, man. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that campfire be like, because it doesn't even destroy stuff after it's put down. It destroys it one time and then it's like, that's me, I'm done, I'm spent. He might be Chris Hansen. Very true. It was funny. Unfortunately it was really funny. Did it a couple times and then it kind of got boring, but like, we told you to get the D100. I know. Listen. Like, I know, dude. I know. I should have listened to you, but did I? No. Why? I don't know. I really gotta get this, man, because it's very evidently holding things up. I gotta keep moving forward. I gotta get gold, so let's just focus on getting gold here. I love gold. The lightning is probably doing something. I'm not really sure. But I mean, listen, we're getting a lot per run here. We got 100,000 bars. We're making it work. 15,000 a run. It doesn't seem like that many. But we also have a chance for it to only cost one pair, which is pretty nice as far as it goes. Just slowly, just cap it in. I can imagine, like, online games especially, were kind of rudimentary in a lot of regards back when I started playing them. Like RuneScape 2 was out, I guess, and that was like the most complex game my tiny brain had ever seen. But that being said, that was because like EverQuest like required a subscription fee, and so did World of Warcraft and all that kind of stuff. So like you were kind of like, you were like locked in on playing free-to-play RuneScape. So yeah, like Habbo Hotel was a very interesting prospect, but then if there's no game to the game, you have to figure out your own way of making it interesting. And it just so happened that mine was like, why don't we mess with people by pretending to be like girls and then pretending to be the FBI. Did you ever play Tibia? Nah. I mean, I've seen it, and I think I've played on like private servers like as an adult, just to give it a try, because it seems like a classic, and a lot of people speak very highly of it. No, I think the concept of the game scared me a little bit too much, and by the concept of the game I mean that like any random person in my head, and this is probably not true, but this is what put me off initially, can pull up on you, kill you, and then you lose experience. I played games like Estonia 3, not Estonia by the way, Astonia. And when you died, you like lost XP in that game as well. MapleStory, you lost XP when you died. That was fine in and of itself when it was only monster-driven things that could cause that. But the idea of like a human being coming to mess me up was a scary idea. I still remember the first time I got PK'd in RuneScape, for God's sake. It was near the Monks Monastery, just north of Edgeville. This was before there was a ditch that told you that you were entering the wilderness. I stumbled in there unbeknownst to me, while just exploring one day, and some guy wearing like, I think like a green d-hide top and a leather coif or whatever, just started wailing on me with a bow and arrow, and I was like telling him to stop. I was like begging this guy to leave me alone, and I was trying to run, but I was wearing full plate and I couldn't get away, and I didn't have any prayer because we didn't really know what we were doing back then, so I certainly didn't have protect from missiles, and I'm running for my life, and I get dropped, man. And I never went into the wilderness again. I mean, I have as an adult, but like as a child, I was like, that's it for me. I'm not going back. I'm not going back up there. Did you ever get lured? I've never been lured in RuneScape though. I've participated in money doubling, but it's me like giving a guy 100k, him giving me 200k back, and then me being like, okay, thanks, bye. You know, because they're trying to scam you to put like lots more money in. Sometimes though, they did just take the 50k or the 100k and run, and I'd be like, I don't care. I just wanted like a free 100k. The greatest moneymaker that I'd ever seen, and I'm sad that it doesn't exist anymore, was when gambling was like really popular in the game. So if I needed to make money in the game, and this was like a 3 to 5 million GP an hour money maker, right, at the time, which even by like real RuneScape today is a really good money maker, right? And this wasn't, I think this was RuneScape 3, but this was before old school RuneScape existed, and it was like things were still like they hadn't like inflated to quite the level that they are now. I don't think the School of Fortune wasn't in it and all that kind of stuff to make money mean nothing, and it was go on any of the gambling worlds and then wait for somebody to start a drop party to advertise a gambling ring. And there was drop parties all the time. There was like multiple drop parties happening like all like every single day. So I would just sit in the worlds and just wait by the Grand Exchange or wait by and be like, any drop parties, anybody advertising anything soon? And then I got good at picking up all those stuff. I'd be picking up D-plate legs, D-plate legs, D-plate legs, D-plate leg. I would come out. I'd walk away with like 9 or 10 dragon pieces of gear, and all sorts of random items or whatever. And a one drop party, I'd maybe walk away with like 2 mil, and that would take like 10 minutes. And then I just hop world, find another one, and then rinse and repeat. I did get hacked in RuneScape, and I say hacked. It was like really, I had no money in RuneScape because I was like, I guess like at this point I would have been primary 4, so I would have been 9 years old. My friend Ben invited me over to his house to play RuneScape, and my other friend Callum was there, and he is, even to this day, I think like a prey. Like he's not a good guy, admittedly. He wasn't a good guy when I knew him, right? And his poor mother, bless her soul, she tried her best, but like he was like very evidently like a problem child, and I think has remained a problem as an adult. But he was hovering me as well, and I don't know who, it was probably Callum's idea, but they both installed a keylogger onto Ben's computer before I came over, and then watched me log in, and then just took the stuff that I typed in. And then, so I logged in, all my stuff was gone. I was like, what the hell? I'm in the library the next day with them, and I'm like, telling them like, oh dude, all my RuneScape stuff's gone. Somebody took all my stuff. And they're like, and I'm like, did you guys take my stuff? And they're like, yeah. I was like, are you gonna give it back? No. Alright then, like, huh? What? No? Uranium rocks. Dude, I have like, oh, cobalt. There we go. Boom. Cobalt, that's what we're after. Ka-ching. They really were just like, get good. Nah. Remember my babysitter would make phishing scams to steal people's RuneScape accounts? Honestly, back then in the wild west of the internet, your RuneScape account was kind of fair game. I hate to say it, but like, if you don't hold on to it, you gotta hold on to it, you're gonna lose it. You know. It's free real estate. As soon as it's entered into the public domain, at that point, if you're not looking after it well enough, I'm sorry. 15. Okay, I mean, 1 million, 1 billion. We don't have anything new there. 9k. Put some in that. It's a little bit spanny though. It's not too spanny. 35k. Not in love with it. We do get cobalt though, and then we're working our way towards uranium. You picked up some guy's 5 bill gold in the early days. Right place at the right time. That's goated, man. God, I wish that was me. I think my favorite time playing RuneScape was like PKing with Jay and a bunch of other people from like the RossBoomsocks Discord in the wilderness. And we were bad at PKing. We were doing it as a joke. Watching Jay try and entangle somebody with a like a U longbow or something like that in his hands. It obviously splashing, and then one of my old editor Merrick, who like was also playing with us, getting like whipping out a Debo, like hitting a 0-0 on a spec, getting clobbered and killed immediately, then rushing to the Grand Exchange, buying a second Debo, rushing back out to kill the guy that killed him, dying and losing the other Debo. Within the space of like 3 minutes, man. It was so good. It was so good. It was unbelievable, man. He was punching the desk, man, and it was so good. Like, bless his soul, man. The guy that was fighting, because I mean this was years and years ago, so I don't know how inflation RuneScape works, to be honest with you, but I think the Debo was like $500,000 and like a bond was like 4 mil or 5 mil. So it was like, you know, comparatively, it was actually quite a lot of money he was losing. It was a pretty penny he was dropping on Debos, certainly. So him to lose to back to back was absolutely, utterly diabolical behavior. Let's get another talent. You know what, man? We're gonna go for the D100. People have been complaining that I didn't take it, and I'm honestly I'm inclined to respect that and inclined to agree with them. Let's start mining some uranium. I do like a little bit of uranium. We've got 3,000 of that as well. Put some of you in there. Yeah, let's get some uranium mined. You would have hit at least 10 times now. Yeah, I'm sure it would have. Me, the luckiest guy on earth, would have mined. Would have 5x my investment. Do you know, I watched like a video today. This guy who like coded and programmed his own stock trading bot. And I thought it was very interesting. The way like he goes through the entire process and all. He uses like AI. One of them was like it scans. It picks a random stock and then it scans for news articles, and then compares the news articles to Taylor Swift lyrics. And if the sentiment of the sentence that the thing is taken from the lyric is bad or good, it either buys or sells, right? And I thought that was quite funny. But unfortunately for this poor guy, the other models that he used to make things actually made a small profit, right? One of them made like $20 a day on profit, and the other one made $100 over the course of like 4 or 5 days. But given that he had to pay for like subscriptions and stuff like that, it actually made like a slight loss. And the entire comments were filled with people just being like wanting to know exactly how to like make that bot to do it for real. And I was just sitting there like, man, these people are going to get blasted, man. I really pray that these people are not out here like, yeah, this seems like this video looks like great financial advice. It is. Beyond diabolical, man. Yeah, baby. See, the thing with incremental quick games, you don't really actually realize how much stronger you're getting until you look back. You don't know you're in the good old days until you're already out of them, man. You got a decent amount of uranium now. 6,000 uranium. 4 more of you. Sure. Okay. That was Michael Reeves, right? That did that. $300,000 for that. That seems so expensive, man. Where am I right now? Increase all pickaxe stats. I could buy 2 of them, which is not too bad. You know what? Increase my stats for me. Jarvis? That's nice as well. That's pretty nice, I'll admit. XP up and also bigger mining area is kind of where we want to live our lives. 1 million of a resource we don't understand. 350 for you though is pretty cheap. Okay. Oh, but it's things that we don't have yet. Okay. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Wondering if like we're gonna. Oh wait, you know what? Sorry, hold on. I should be. Oh brother, you know what? Yeah. We could get a lot of upgrades on the old pickaxes here. You know what I'm saying? I think I heard Charlie meow, but I actually don't know where he disappeared. I mean, he's right behind me, isn't he? I have a very small chance to like increase my time whenever I mine as well, which is quite nice. Haven't really seen that timer go up any great degree, but let's do like 1 more just to make sure that we have enough to make a couple of pickaxes here. I think I'm still gonna get the next pickaxe and then get the one after that, even though I just want to see what it is, frankly, you know? I may have accidentally like skipped a tier here by being locked in a conversation about a literal 25-year-old Flash game. I'm talking about Neopets. I think it's older than 25 years at this point, actually. But I tell you what, though, like when Neopets release the phone app, I don't know how they're gonna, because everything was Flash based, and I think that's just gonna be a terrible idea. I'm back. I'll tell you what, I'm back. It's gonna be like I never left. Send me to the anvil. Let us craft the stone splitter, and then, oh brother, we can actually like. We're almost there. We're almost home. We need 12,000 of you? You know what? Sure. The dagger pick. We've made a big jump. So this should be sizable, to put it bluntly. I don't think there's any more artifacts. I think we've gotten like every artifact that we could have possibly ever gotten. I wonder if there's anything to like upgrade those artifacts. I know there's some of the artifacts upgrade them, and there's like some talents to upgrade them and yada yada, but I'm just curious. Do that thing be shitting though? Keep on mining me. Just for a moment. Let me see what you got to say. How to get access to this game? I can get on Steam. I got it from the developer sending me an email, unfortunately. The game was supposed to be released weeks ago, but there's some like review nonsense that's going on with Steam right now. They're all backed up. So unfortunately, you're going to have to get your fix from watching me hover my mouse over ore as opposed to playing it yourself. Unfortunately, this is the privilege that I bear. What do we have? 12,000? We're very close to that. We're very close to that. Yes, we are. We've got... You know what? We'll do one more. We'll do one more. We'll do one more. It's starting to pile in now, though. It's starting to pile in. I say starting to. It's been piling in for a while, but like sometimes you just hit like an excellent line and it just cramps it. Thanks so much for the sub, man. I appreciated it. Appreciate it greatly. So trying to figure out when we're gonna do a subathon. I genuinely don't know when that's gonna happen. I'm scared. I'm scared of it. I'm scared to do it. I'm scared of the whole concept, but can't keep putting it off. Gotta keep moving forward. Let's get you. Let's get you. I'm just gonna see if there's like paths that unlock here by doing this. We haven't got anything that costs gold, do we? What's our stats saying? We drank a lot of potions. We still got a way to go. There's a lot of question marks in there that we're not privy to. Yeah, I think spending it on the mine. The mine isn't cooking quite the way I want to. Oh, you know, we're missing one artifact actually. What will that be? I haven't really figured out if I think the laser beams are actually doing anything of value here, which is a shame. I'm also not sure if the dynamite's doing anything. I feel like the dynamite might probably be doing a little bit more, because I don't think the laser beam... But I mean, that being said though, like, you know, I don't know. Things are moving in the right direction. And I just got to get some more upgrades for it, I suppose. This is an idle game yet. Well, it's not really an idle game. There's been like a bit of a rise in idle games recently, in that they're not actually idle. You're there the whole time, but it's still incremental. But instead, like, you are experiencing like the power increase through the gameplay in a way. So for instance, I did not start out this game by laser beaming ore and like destroying 100 ore at the same time. It started with me like doing 1 and 2, or like 3 if I was lucky, or 4 if it clumped up perfectly. Yeah, it's an active idle game, which yeah, I guess that makes perfect sense. It's an active idle game, which does not make it idle. It's like the opposite of idle, but I get it. But we know what it means when it says that, which is the sad part. 50,000. Every lightning beam has a 24% chance to spawn a rock. 50,000. Increase the pickaxe stats. We gotta make our way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and I'm homebound. Staring blankly ahead, it's making my way through the ground. Okay, we gotta get like 5,000 of whatever that word is. I think it's cobalt. And I think you're cobalt, so we're just gonna target any cobalt that we can see here in full material effect. More cobalt there, cobalt in there, cobalt there, cobalt there. Probably not ideal to be targeting it. Well, you know what? No, it is ideal because I want it, so we're gonna target it. I need 5,000, I believe, to get the next little section to unlock some information for myself here. We were 45 off. That is very sad. Do you know what, man? I think I've gotten to the age where I watched Idiocracy like 2 days ago. I was watching it with B, and she was like, what would you do if that happened to you? And she was talking about like Luke Wilson's character waking up like 500 years in the future and everybody being like a zombie and kind of like watching trash TV and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, I'd probably do like what that guy does, and I'd just sit and watch people getting kicked in the nuts, man. Because like I think I'd do pretty well in Idiocracy world. There would be absolutely zero expectations needed for me, man, and I'd be like, I'd be having the time of my life. Increase all material rock spawn chance by 5% of their current spawn chance. Does it get you 340,000? Wow, what? There's a lot. There's a lot of you being required here. Sex experience, huh? I guess we're looking for gold now. In some way. I mean, at the very least, it spawns very quickly. Like I can't clear the screen of it. There's enough to keep me going here. Doo-doo-doo. $40,000 bars? That's pretty chill. My Wooting ATHE is being delivered in a few hours. What the hell is that? Do you think if you played Subway Surfers, you would need this game in the corner? I've never really played Subway Surfers. Subway Surfers doesn't have the same effect on me, I think, that... Like, I definitely get distracted. Like, I have made comments to be about how, like, if I am in... I need a I very regularly, like, will stare at a television or a screen. Like, if I'm out eating in a restaurant and there's a screen, I need to face away from it because my eyes are drawn to it like a moth to a flame. And I was in a garden center with my mother, brother, and B yesterday, and there was like an infomercial playing on a very, very small screen that was like dangling from the ceiling, about a weed killing tool, and like I just stopped to watch it. And like, I didn't even really fully hear it, but like B made a comment to my mother, and they were like, "Yep." But like, I don't know, man. Like, I think like a lot of stuff would get me good, but like, I don't think Subway Surfers is one of them. But I do think I'm a slave to the idea that like you could give me any satisfying video or some kind of video like that, and I'd be powerful. It would immediately pacify me. I don't know what it is. I know that it's like something neurologically probably wrong with me, and I don't know why, but like it doesn't really impact my life tremendously, apart from the fact that like I will stop in a store and like look at a screen for, 8 minutes, even though I have no intention of purchasing the product. So I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's probably pretty bad, but how much do we have? 341,000 or 371,000. That's cool. Let's keep it going. We've almost got enough to get to the next section. From there, I don't know where we're going. We have to find the next upgrade ore here and keep moving in that way. Bam, bam. Out of time. Okay, we have enough now. Let's go upgrade. Have we been leveling up at all? We got 15 points. Okay. Every second there's a 5% chance to spawn 15 lightning beams that target random rocks. The mine has a 10% chance to mine twice as fast and 8% chance to mine 2 times bars. Chat, run the numbers. How do we think about this one? I think that'll be more dopamine. I'm gonna vibe pick the dopamine one. Got 10 talent cards, so we'll have to see that. Bosh. Okay, Painite rocks, Ismium rocks, and Iridium. Okay. We need uranium then, in that case, which is chill. Let's get some of that. Let's get some of that. We'll make it happen. Some commercials nowadays feel like interdimensional cable, and I can't look away. I mean, this is... I mean, I don't know how it worked in the US, but certainly in the UK, the Phil Collins In the Air Tonight commercial with the gorilla, like, changed marketing for the worse in a lot of ways. Now every commercial is like trying to be so weird that you pay attention to it, that it doesn't even make you bat an eyelid. Like, I don't want to be like, imagine a Victorian child seeing this ad, he would immediately explode. Like, it's like if you showed this to somebody 50 years ago, like if compared to like marketing in the 70s, Or even like just not 100 years ago or something like that. Again, at the dawn of television, when people were advertising cigarettes on TV or something like that, people would be like, "What the hell is going on, man? Isn't Phil Collins a gin seltzer cocktail?" It's also a human being who was in the band Genesis. You may remember their song, "Tell me why this is a land of confusion, 'cause this is the world we live in. Whoa, these are the hands we're giving. Whoa, you got to let things know where our lives are going to the." Anyway, that's a Tom Collins. Yeah, that's correct actually. I'm still missing an artifact here, but like I've probably already missed it like a number of times. It's probably been here somewhere at one point, and I've not began to see it. Let's have a look at the upgrades. Do we have enough for talent? No, we don't. 140k. We're at 40k. Think about this logically. Let's increase the amount that we get from that. I don't want to be spending my uranium. I guess we can do that. And there's one that's like quite expensive, is there not? Spawn one rock for every 3 mines. 340,000. Bloomin' heck, that's quite expensive, dearie. Chance to instantly mine a rock. We can't get that. We can't get that. We can't get that. We don't want to spend that. We don't have that. You know what? Copper? We can work with copper. Keep asking me to spend copper, and we can spend copper. Unlock the lightning beam, dynamite, and plasma balls. Every second, chance to spawn a plasma ball that moves across the screen. The ball lasts 5 seconds and deals 0.75% of your pickaxe. But actually, hold on. Do we not have a pickaxe? No, we don't. We have to unlock the next thing. Sure. Okay. We can't spend that. That's a shame. We can buy that though. Anything copper related? I'm happy to spend my copper here, or gold. 500,000 is quite a lot though, admittedly. Oh my god, we could have gotten an extra 3 seconds like a billion years ago. To be fair, I think I should be doing that actually. 300k. I mean, that's what we're gonna aim for now. Getting ore value. Not gonna be focusing on like infinitely. It's just gonna be a passive thing as we like search for some uranium. Here we go. The mining part of my brain that requires tickling is being tickled, man. Put it that way. We love it. We love it. If I was gonna make a game, I think it would be this game. Keep on mining, baby. What if I go chaos mode? What if everything I do is just this? I'm running it like it's an iToy minigame. I mean, it's based on my pickaxe's attack speed though, so it's not. It doesn't care, right? It's just doing. It's just doing whatever, man. Out of time. How many do we have? 300k. We have 300k. 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 And we can upload. We can upgrade that. 62k is what we need. We have. We still need quite a lot. 2 more levels is fine. I'm not seeing much uranium though, unfortunately. Oh, there's some uranium there. Uranium in the middle. Uranium right there. iToy play mini. I'm talking about the iToy one where it's like when I'm cleaning windows and you have to like wash the window with your webcam. That rocked, man. Do you remember when there was like a I think there was like a PlayStation 3 iToy thing. I think it was like one of the first introductions of like Astro Boy, and people were like live streaming themselves like having sex on the PlayStation like Move or whatever the hell it was, man. Like the upgraded iToy for like the PS3, but like they would be having sex on it, and Astro Boy or like a bunch of little Astro Boys would like come into the room and start like climbing on the woman, because like their whole thing was that like they interact with like the world. They interact with the video and they can tell like what's a solid object or like anything like that, man. It was so funny, dude. It was insane. Like someone would be getting taking back shots, and like three Astro Boys would be like clambering all over the couch or something. There was a lot of that stuff happening, man. This game isn't available anywhere yet. It's not even a pre-release copy. It was supposed to release 2 weeks ago, but it's not. Keep on manning, baby. I really want that last artifact. It's kind of annoying me. It has eluded me. I don't think it has a chance to like spawn, or I don't know if it has a chance to spawn mid-session either. Which poses something of a conundrum. I'm trying to think if I've gotten that Zeus like proc thing as well that gives me a bunch of lightning bolts as well. Oh wait, we have enough here. Sweet. Every second you have a 6% chance to drink an energy drink, which doubles your mining speed. I'd be willing to take that. Yeah. Double my mining speed? You said the magic word. I'm hoping that like the buff makes itself known when it procs, so like maybe at the top right or something like that, so I know that it's actually like firing. Do you ever play iToy Hero? I haven't. I only ever had like iToy Play, like the original one, and then I got nothing else for it. So I bought like at the time like a pretty expensive peripheral for one thing, and then never used it again. I do think maybe like it came with like PlayStations in certain packages though. It was like, and it was and still is one of the most gimmicky things ever, man. I remember like, I think it was like the Xbox 360, they had this whole thing with Kinect, or I don't know if it was the Xbox after that, I can't fully remember. But they had this whole thing where they were like, it was basically like Nintendogs, but like for real gamers, and you could like call to your dog and the dog would run over, and you could like say, "Sit boy," and then like you'd pretend to pet it and it would react to it. And it was just... Who would own these things, man? Nobody wanted any of this stuff, man. I feel bad for the developers, because like I can't imagine their heart was like tremendously in it, man. They were just like, oh god, I'm working at Sony Entertainment Studios or whatever, and I've been lumped with the iToy section, or I'm in Microsoft, and I've been lumped with Kinect first party development. Oh my god. Boom. 100k, 108k we've got. We're getting there. We are getting there. Mine this all up nice and good. Oh yes. My eyes are like glazing over watching this, but in the best way possible. Like I'm still like fully in control of what I'm doing here, but it's like Looks like there's a green beast that resides within me. Upgrade me here. We're gonna go straight ripping it on another one of them, and just continue to increase how much we get by a bajillion. And then just keep hunting for that uranium. Whenever we find uranium, look for the next uranium. If you can't see it, just destroy anything you can until it spawns more. There we go. I'm still not sure if I've actually gotten the energy drink perk yet. Like I've failed to see it. But I guess I must presume that it's happened so far, right? Like I've not missed like a 6% chance like every single second for like the 5 minutes I've been doing it. You just saw it? Okay, perfect. That's what I want to hear. Oh yeah, we started with it. Yeah, we got it now. It really doesn't last very long though, does it? But I guess that's not the point. Okay. Is that enough? I've got just enough, dude, to unlock the next. It's ismium ore. And then from that, I mean, yep, that unlocks that. That unlocks that. It doesn't unlock everything though, which is scary. How much do we need for that though? We need 75k of iridium, and then presumably the painite needs 1 million iridium. It is blue though, so by golly gosh, is it easy to spot? It's perfect, okay? Hold on. Love it being easy to spot. And I can even spot like the regular chunks, not even just like the full material ones. I can spot the ones that need to be seen. And now we actually have freed up some space to spend some of our uranium on a variety of different things as well, which is wonderful. Okay, we got quite a lot there. 8,000 ismium, is that what it's called? I feel to recall. 25k of that, 40k. Okay, so we're working towards that, and then wait, this one is gold, copper, and then presumably is iridium. I would hope. I have no idea. So 25k of you, which is fine. 40k of you. So you know what, we can work towards that. That's not a bad place. We're looking for blue, we're looking for green. Those are the only two colours. It's the old firm of Glasgow right now, but on this board. Rangers versus Celtic. The Greens versus the Blues. The Protestant versus the Catholics. A contentious lot. Okay, that was not bad. We still got a ways to go though, admittedly. Keep on mining. I'm working right now, but saw you on my recommended. I remember watching your videos way back. The banana tip was awesome. Honest to God, that was like one of the things, because I recently started doing like the league challenges back on the second channel again, and I don't even believe that the first Wukong banana video like actually did that well. I think it got like 100 or 200k, but like for whatever reason, it seems to be like the video that people remembered from me the most. I didn't think it was like that culturally impactful on people's psyches, man. Like I did psychic damage with that video, but very frequently, if I'm ever recognized in like League, like it happens more than you think that somebody will be like, aren't you the guy that played with bananas? And for like years after that video came out, that was the only thing people knew me for. And then lockdown happened and the channel like went crazy and did really, really well for a while. And then it was like just because they couldn't escape me, and that there was a different reason for that, right? But yeah, there are some parts of the, and I think the worst thing is I can't even like look back at them and enjoy them and remember them, because like I can't get over how bad and annoying my voice was, and it probably still is, but I've gotten a little bit more used to it as an adult, and it's definitely matured somewhat. But like I'm like, man, my voice was like high pitched. I was like, hey guys, welcome back to another Welcome back to another video. What is he doing, guys? Oh my god. Like, it was real bad. I was doing like an artist rendition of a YouTuber, and now I'm just like a guy who happens to be one, I suppose. It's tough, man. I was just throwing anything at the wall back then. It was fun. But like also it's a lot of setup, and like I actually threw out recently the thing I'm pretty sure that I used to make the bananas, the banana Wukong thing. And I'll be real with you, I ain't buying it. I bought 2 in my life because I did one, lost it because I like wasn't living with my mother, and then I did it like 3 years ago again or something like that. So I had to buy another one. I'm not buying another thing that is required to make it again. I've done it a bunch of times. I did like play with bread, oranges, bongo drums. I've made it out of a Guitar Hero remote controller. Yeah, I did a bunch of them in a bunch of different ways, and it was cool. It was fun, it was sexy. Let's craft this pickaxe. Forgeborn. It's not got a better mining speed at all. And it hasn't got a better size, but it has got a better mining power, which I mean, listen, it's not exactly what you're looking for, but it is certainly something. Let's try one more. Let's try one more of this. See if this is swag. I don't really know like how much like a very small mining damage effect is on a situation. Could be a lot, could be a little. Bing bong. Ugh. Do you ever wash your washing machine? I don't think so. I don't remember the last time I washed my washing machine, no. Send me upgrades. 1 million? These are expensive, bro. These are spanny. Everything is just a little bit expensive. You're not expensive though. I gotta find the stuff that I can afford, man. The stuff that doesn't cost blue. If it doesn't cost blue, then we're chilling. Put a bunch of bleach in it and let it run. Yeah, I don't think I've ever done that. And B knows a lot more about this stuff than I do, and she's never mentioned anything like that. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and not do that, just for fear of you like creating like anthrax in my home without me having any idea, like tricking me into creating like a bomb or something. Like, do you know if you put like a brick in your washing machine and let it run, and it cleans it out, and then I go into my kitchen, it's like breaking through the wall. There's tablets for that, I believe, at least for dishwashers. I got no idea, man, but I definitely will be like looking at a different source that is not someone in Twitch chat for that particular function, I suppose. Put me in that. You know what? We could get iridium as well, actually. But yeah, we got quite a lot going for us right now. That being said, like, how many bars do we actually mine? Like a couple hundred. It's not too bad, but this number is starting to get a little bit more difficult to maintain. I think we're gonna leave it there. It's been just over 2 hours. I would love to play this game again. So if you did enjoy this on the YouTube side of things, please let me know. because I would very much like to play again. And I think we could probably, how many things are we from? If we do another video, we could complete it. We could complete it in the next one. Absolutely, absolutely, we could complete it. Have a wonderful no. Thanks so much for watching. Please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment if you enjoyed it as well. Take care. See you.